Does this make any sense to you? So I came across a tweet a while back about a person by the name of Alvin Kennard, and then I happened across another tweet, actually just earlier today. Here's the tweet. Alvin Kennard was sentenced to life in prison at age 22 for stealing $50 from a bakery. After 36 years, he will walk free. Does that make any sense at all? Life in prison for stealing $50. Well, no, of course it doesn't make sense, because we don't send people to prison for life for committing misdemeanors. Okay, petty theft is a misdemeanor. You don't get life in prison for it. Yet, this tweet, along with several others I saw circulating Twitter, has probably got a lot of young, impressionable people thinking, oh my God, the United States of America is such a racist place. How could they send this poor man to prison for a $50 theft? Well, I did the research, because I know that it's a bunch of crap, because that just doesn't happen. Alvin Kennard was sentenced in 3 different felonies, okay? I believe 2 of them were grand larceny, and the third one was receiving a felony amount of stolen property, okay? So he had already had 3 felonies on his record by the time that this particular crime was committed. Now, this was back in the 80s, I believe. And I looked it up, and I read the report from the court transcripts from when he filed an appeal, and the judges went over the details of the robbery. Okay, it was a robbery that took place. He went into a bakery with an accomplice. He held a knife to the clerk's throat and said, if you don't give me the money, I'm going to kill you. And he cut her throat in the process. He cut her neck in the process. And then he pushed her to the ground, threatened to kill her again, and then took off with the $50. That makes a little more sense, doesn't it? Okay, but this is what happens when the left wants to make you believe, okay, you young, impressionable people especially, they want to make you believe that the United States of America, and especially the criminal justice system, is systemically racist and just looking to throw black people in prison for no reason whatsoever. The other reason people believe tweets like this, the reason people will share a tweet like this and get all outraged over something like this, is because of commercials like this one that you'll see during NFL commercials.
Tell you about where I'm from.
Where I'm from, poverty is a crime.
No, it isn't.
If you look like me, you're over-policed, overcharged, and over-incarcerated.
I was sentenced to die in prison for a $28 robbery, but change is coming.
Okay, so you heard what that guy said. That guy's name was Modus Wright. I tried looking up his case, but I couldn't find any details on it other than when he was released. So I'm assuming it's similar to the case of Alvin Kennard, because he said robbery, and you have to know the difference between a robbery and a theft. A robbery is when you actually steal something from someone by the means of force or fear. Okay, so holding someone at knife point or gunpoint, or literally removing someone's wallet or purse or something with physical force. Okay, that's a robbery, and it's a felony every time. Doesn't matter how much money or how valuable the thing is that you stole. Okay, so, but this is the whole thing where the left likes to manipulate language and context. Okay, they're going to leave out all of the context that would make stories like these make sense, and change it. They're going to change the word robbery to theft to make you believe that the crimes that someone like Alvin Kennard or Modus Wright committed weren't nearly as serious as they actually were, and they didn't deserve to go to prison for the rest of their lives. Now, the reason these 2 guys went to prison, or were sentenced to life in prison, is because of Alabama's 3 strikes laws, which has since been repealed. But you got 3 strikes, and on the 4th one, you were done. You're prison for life, okay? Which, I don't know that I necessarily disagree with that. I mean, how many chances do you need? How many felonies should we give people before we finally say, okay, you know what? You don't belong in society. We're tired of you committing felonies, especially ones where you're going to threaten to kill someone and then cut their necks open and then steal $50. So, if you think $50 is, worth committing a felony over, then you got to be prepared to go to prison for that should you get caught. So all of this, this is just, race baiting propaganda, promoted by the NFL. Because, again, the NFL is woke, and nothing matters but the narrative. And that narrative is that America is racist and oppressive. And if you're a black person, then there's always going to be a white person somewhere with their foot on your neck and wanting to send you to prison. And it's just not true. It's a bunch of crap. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like, share, comment on the video. See you next time.